Good morning, this is Sexologist Dr. Dave, and I welcome you to the next session of Sexuality class. And we continue with the same topic, the need for studying human sexuality. And today we will study reason number 7 as to why you should study human sexuality. It leads to deeper insights about sexual issues in themselves and others. A very, very important point, and this is something which needs to be paid a lot of attention. Um, how will it lead to deeper insights about sexual issues in yourself and in others? Take the case of sexual orientations. Right from the beginning, we are told that there is just one sexual orientation, that is heterosexual, man and the woman. But we do know for sure that that's not the only sexual orientation. In fact, there are 16 different sexual orientations, and uh, even in school we are never ever taught about alternate sexuality, so there is no chance about it. I doubt how much of it is taught in medical colleges about sexual orientation. Probably in MDs in the field of psychiatry, probably those things are discussed. But what about common men and women? There are thousands and thousands of gay, lesbian, bisexual women, pansexual people, asexual people, and there are like 16 different sexual orientations. So how does a man or a woman understand where they belong to, and how do they handle these kind of stresses which result from homophobic society? So if they have a basic knowledge of gay sexuality or lesbian sexuality or bisexuality, or then if common people have this knowledge, they are going to be much more tolerant toward people who practice some form of an alternate sexuality. Even things like group sex or phone sex, uh, we tend to judge everything from our own understanding, from our own perspective, and think that whatever we do not like is not correct, or is something to be hated, or something to be ashamed of. But let me tell you something, that there are various different kinds of cultures in the world, and everybody has a different sex culture. So something which normally you do not know or you do not understand, don't try to criticize the same, because every culture has certain different sexual norms which they follow, and probably it is suitable for their culture, and that's why that process or that culture or that custom is going on. So never criticize it till you fully understand, and you can do that only if you study everything from the point of view of an anthropologist. And unfortunately, uh, very, very few are there who look at things from the anthropological uh, point of view. So don't try to work so hard. My only request to you is, don't be judgmental about other people's sexual preferences. When you study human sexuality in a little bit of detail, and you do understand that there are men and women with different sexual orientations, or even when you take the case of transgender men and women, what wrong have they done? Why do you want to look them with shame? Why do you want to curse them? Why do you want to make fun of them? So when you study human sexuality, and if you have kind of read about these things, you will be much more tolerant, much more respectful, much more sympathetic towards them. And again, take the case of paraphilias. I, as a sexologist and a sex researcher, I always scan the Facebook to see the kind of problems people face, the kind of questions people ask, and I happen to see in a lot of gay groups a lot of questions which are related to paraphilias. Now, whenever somebody asks a question related to a paraphilia, there were some people who started abusing them. There were some who gave them very rotten advice, and there were practically none who could tell them that what you're going through is basically a paraphilic experience, and you need to go and see a psychiatrist to, manage this problem. Well, of course, whenever I see these kind of discussions, a thread happening, I always chip in my own comment as to, you need to see a psychiatrist. No matter how abnormal it may sound to somebody else, or they may feel that, oh my god, this is something not even discussing. No, it's not that it's not worth discussing, it's just that it needs to be discussed, and discussed in such a way that the person who's facing this problem of a particular paraphilia can seek the right medical help and get treated. So as I said, you will become much more tolerant and much more understanding, and even your sensitivity towards other people will increase. So for that matter, it's important that you do study these different sexual orientations and have at least some basic idea of the different kinds of men and women who live in this world. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, do press the like button, and if you want to share it with somebody important, do it, and also comment. Thank you.